Hulburg. Yes, it is a quaint place. A township I often visit when plying my wares in the summer months. It has neither the decadent riches of Mulmaster, nor the trading reputation of Hillsvar. Yet, I think it has an enterprising history worth talking about, and a good reputation to boot. A man can make an honest living there, unlike many other ports around the pirate-infested Moonsea. But yes, you ask its history. A tale to be heard, 'tis true. Full of strife and invasion. Surely you've heard of the Hulmasters, the family that founded Hulburg, and still rule to this day from Griffinwatch Keep. Their clan arrived 500 years ago, immigrants from Mulmaster, creating a base of operations to check the hordes of Thar. They settled and created a hamlet upon the northern shore between two rocky headlands, Keldon Head and East Head. A risky location for a town, as the monster-infested wasteland of Thar was mere miles away. But for a time, the Hulmasters and their new settlement prospered. Unfortunately, tragedy struck a few generations later in the Year of the Scourge. An army of giants with unknown intentions leveled the city, and it was destroyed once more in the Year of the Blade when a horde of orcs and ogres attacked from the bleak wastelands of Thar. With a stoic endurance only frontiersmen possess, they rebuilt and began again. It was only trade and fine leadership that kept the city afloat during these dark times. Oh, it was 40 or so years later, in the Year of Thunder, when the fabled Moonsea War erupted. You see, the Hulmaster's original residents of Mulmaster had grown quite powerful, and grew jealous of their neighbors' strength and resources. In addition to this, Zintil Keep started to flex its muscles and wanted to expand their trade. Minor conflicts started to erupt, and at some point Zintil Keep forces attacked a Mulmaster ship coming out of Hulburg. The southern city blocked off the river Liss in a reaction to this. As a show of power, Zintil Keep rallied its allies, gathering forces from Hillsvar, Phlan, and Melvant. Many lives were lost, but Hulburg came out with only minor scars, and the River Liss was once back as an open tradeway. Peace reigned in the Moonsea for a while, or at least it stayed as peaceful as it ever could be. In more recent times, have you heard of the Swordmage Garin Hulmaster, the famous pirate hunter and exile of Myth Dranor? Certainly the most interesting individual to have ever called Hulburg home, or other than perhaps his cousin, the ranger Kara Hulmaster. Garin, along with Kara and a few other notable individuals, saved the city not a few scant years ago. There was a whole debacle that went down there around the Year of the Ageless One. Warlocks from Vasa, orc hordes at the gates, a Cyric cult, rogue wizards from Myth Dranor, and corrupted merchants vying to carve up the town for themselves. Oh, it was quite the story, believe me. It all ended with Hulburg still standing, if somewhat burnt at the edges. The current ruler of Hulburg is the young Natali Hulmaster, under Kara's tutelage, with Garin Hulmaster acting as the royal spy master. The fiasco with Garin notwithstanding, Hulburg is known as a far more modest and fair town than its neighbors, bringing in merchants and settlers who look for good business. Though its population is far less than it was 200 years ago after the monster invasions, it's rebuilt itself to hold over 3,000 souls. It continues to grow, making it one of the largest settlements as far as townships go. However, it is not without its dangers. Thar to the north still holds enough orcs and ogres to raid for generations to come. If any one war chief managed to bring them under their will, they could threaten the entirety of the northern Moonsea settlements. The rebuilding of Zintil Keep is also a large threat to the region, but Mulmaster and Hillsvar will be the cities with the biggest concern of this. Hulburg will be the target once that conflict is resolved. Lastly, where are the wooded barrows north of Hulburg? Though it is a buffer zone between Thar and the town, it is a place of sleeping dead who shall rouse if disturbed. And that is not all, I'm afraid, for Asperis is still master there. Oh! Have you not heard of Asperis, the king in copper? A lich of terrible power and a former necromancer king of Thar. His kingdom was established in the Year of the Wailing Wind, ending a century later thanks to the Lethandarian Crusade. Asperis was buried in a mass grave beneath Hulburg for many years. It is suspected that he was released when the giants attacked in the Year of the Bloody Fields, or perhaps until the Year of the Blade. The lich can be recognized as Asperis by the copper bands that connect his bones, hence the name King in Copper. Oh, but don't let liches prevent you from visiting or moving to Hulburg. After all, where in the realms could you live without being close to some undead horror that lives beneath the ground? If anything, worry more about Sorath Nusum, or the civil unrest currently ongoing in Vasa to the north. Oh, what's up in Vasa? Oh, the assassination of Queen Brianna Dragonsbane caused a whole lot of problems.